What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on, Facebook? Excuse me. Oh, y'all probably ready to shoot me. My YouTubers. We here today to talk about something near and dear to me. Hip hop. Not just any hip hop, but a certain song in hip hop. Today is October 7th, technically now, because it's after midnight. But excuse me, August 7th. Get it together. Get it together. My brother-in-law sent me a link for that Nas album. And it wasn't for the whole album. It was for one song in particular. Nobody. Just a little background. He used to be like one of my managers at one point. He did. And I call myself a rapper. More so of an MC, but definitely a rapper. And for y'all that don't know the difference, we not gonna get into that now, but words matter. Lyrics matter. Kind of what we saw with the versus battle. Swag versus actual material or substance. So I'm not gonna keep jabbering without y'all knowing what I'm talking about. So I don't know if this is gonna get blocked or if I might get in trouble for it, but I'm gonna play this for y'all because I don't think it's fair for you not to hear it. It is that good, in my opinion. It is the type of music that I myself considered myself making at one point in time. So without further ado, here we go. Nas featuring Miss Lauryn Hill, Nobody.
One city, one country, one state. Some place to be, nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know, probably. Yeah. If Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace in a rolling where the service always roaming, I'm packing my bags and going. It's a challenging act. It's a balancing act. Visit beautiful places. It's more out here than the trap. Houses in Long Island, they always found them. House in the South, a nigga barely got out. Sunny LA, remember calls with Dr. Dre. He told me, don't let the palm trees fool you, be safe. Me and my higher self, we often would speak. Somehow we lost the connection, might meet a Joshua tree. And it's been bothering me. Too many wavy women, gotta log out of IG. Can't be my ace DMing, no kidding. It's hard to move like a civilian. I write the truth cause I live it, not like you musical. We did it big and they biggest. They rather shoot than write tickets. What it feel like to go get it? What it feel like to go missing? In one city, one country, one state. Some place to be, nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know, probably. Some place to be, nobody. My dog bought a plane, said let's go to Paris. That's where baguettes are from, French bread that's long and narrow. I like the other definition, rectangular carrots. The concept of the song is rather esoteric. This girl said in Grenada we should go get married. Broke the meaning down of the Virgin Mary. And you got your own place. My favorite part of the night when you text me that you made it home safe. I'm contemplating at the home base how I'm used to breakfast in the ghetto, sipping OJ. That's a picture right there, a moment in time. Before anybody wanted a photo of mine. Before the internet energy and social decline destroyed the vibe, fooling us with the headlines, keeping us blind. Vultures eat you alive. Take heed to the signs. Wishing I find one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody.
All my time is spent focused on my freedom now. Why would I join them when I know that I could beat them now? They put their words on me and they can eat them now. That's probably why they keep on telling me I'm needed now. They tried to box me out while taking what they want from me. I spent too many years living too uncomfortably, making room for people who didn't like the labor, but wanted the spoils, greedy, selfish behavior. Now let me give it to you balanced and with clarity. I don't need to turn myself into a parody. I don't do what you do for popularity. They clearly didn't understand when I said I get out apparently. My awareness like Keanu in the Matrix. I'm saving souls and y'all complain about my lateness. That it's illegal for someone to walk in greatness. They want the same, but they don't take risks. Now the world will get to see its own reflection. And the anointed can pursue their own direction. And if you're wrong and you're too proud to hear correction, walk into the hole you dug yourself a projection. See me in my freedom taking all my land back. They said a lot against me thinking I just stand back. I got my legs beneath me, I got my hands back. A lot of people sabotaged, they couldn't stand that. I turned the other cheek, I took blow after blow. There's so much crisis in the world because you reap what you sow. When you keep what you know is meant for someone else, the ditch you dig for them, you might just end up in yourself. I'm in the secret place, I keep a sacred space. They keep showing their hands, but keep hiding their face. If I'm a messenger, you block me, then you block the message. So aggressive, the world you made is what you're left with. Pride and ego over love and truth is reckless. Y'all got a death wish, the stupid leaves me breathless.
Come on.
Some place to be. Yeah. Ain't ducking nothing. Just might have to build my own city where I need a real passport to enter. Miss Hill, we ain't going nowhere. They're gonna have to deal with us. Make them uncomfortable. Yeah.
There it is, y'all. There it is. Nas featuring Lauryn Hill, Nobody. This track right here is special to me. I get moved by music. I love hip hop in particular. With that Locks battle going on with the Dipset, I said Dipset had no chance because of the substance that the Locks brings in their words. Now, this is a whole different level because what the Locks talk about, I can relate to. I understand it. At one point, it was pretty much who I was. But this song right here has more substance, better meaning, and it's true to my first self, which is who I feel like my parents and my family members, those that truly love me, the Lord in particular, designed me to be. So we're going to get into these words, starting with the chorus. When you live that life a little bit and you get away from that life, or just desire to get away from that life, you always kind of wonder, will you reap what you sow? You always kind of wonder if anybody's holding grudges that you thought might be water under the bridge. So his first lines is, one city, one country, one state, someplace to be nobody, someplace to be nobody. At one point, I desperately wanted to be nobody. But because before that, I desperately wanted to be somebody. Not just somebody, a particular type of person. One with finances, one that don't get ran up on because they know what happened if you get ran. You run up on this if you want to. That was how I used to want to be. So I found my place. I found myself in a different place, excuse me, years ago. But I didn't want the reputation that I had earned, somewhat deservingly too, somewhat. I had a guy come up to my cousin and actually it was a girl, and she was fussing at him because of my actions, because her brother said he was with me allegedly doing some things that never got done. No, we never got together. Never had plans to get together. But this guy thought by telling his sister that, it would get him out of stuff. Now, if somebody gonna lie, that's like lying on your dick, point blank. Excuse my language. We just don't do that. And it made me wake up and realize that a name, a big branded name in that fashion is not always good. I was going through some other things, some troubles. So that line hits home with me. And as we go on, most of the lines in this song I can relate to. Let's go into the verse. Let's get to Nas' verse, okay? This is good stuff. I'm gonna start it back and let you hear the first verse just for one moment. And then we'll break that verse down and tell me how you feel about it. You could, like, I don't know. I don't know. This is awesome hip hop to me. I'm just so stoked for it. I played it about 40 times today. Y'all heard it on the channel. I worked out to it. It was on repeat. I'm psyched. I'm sorry. Let's go. Tell me what you think.
One city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody.
Nobody.
Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if
Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace in a rolling where the service always roaming, I'm packing my bags and going. It's a challenging act. It's a balancing act. Visit beautiful places. It's more out here than the trap. How's it?
Whoa! I'm sorry. That was just a few bars. But he just said so much in them few bars. He just referenced, if Dave Chappelle gonna go to Africa to find peace, he had all his money, he had all this stardom, he had all this fame, and he gonna go somewhere where ain't no cell phone service, where you can't find him. He said, I'm packing my bags and I'm going. That's what he said. Tell me what you think. I just don't know. To me, this is doper than anything that's been said in a long time. It's realer than anything that's been said in a long time. What up?
Yo.
I got Mike Weary in the building. Appreciate you, brother.
What's good, brother?
Cooling. he goes on to say it's a balancing act, bruh. Did you read these lines? Can you see? Yeah, okay. You cammed up now. I mean, you cammed down. You can read these. Is this not the truth? A beautiful place. There's more to life than this trap house.
I mean, it's self-explanatory. I know we talking about, Nas and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
This should.
if
I'm sorry.
people, if
I don't mean to
people,
cut you off. It's not just that to me. Like this should be this channel's anthem, bro. Like,
well,
keep going though. That's how serious I am about this song.
It was a great week in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it was a great week in hip hop, and what I want to say about our generation is that I'm just so happy and so proud to be from that generation, because look what Nas just dropped. Look what Lox just dropped. Our generation shows that we leveling up. Now, we made a whole bunch of mistakes along the way. We have
Right.
a long period of time. We got about 10 to 15 years worth of mistakes that we just been, putting out in the atmosphere. But what hip hop has showed me this week is that it's time to switch things up. It's time to change.
Facts, bro.
You know what I mean? It's in that we have we have elevation in us. You know what I'm saying? We can elevate. That's what our generation is good for. So you see that dude that might have been wild back in the day. Now you see him. He might be, a small business owner. And it might not have been what you saw for that gentleman at one point in time, but that's what it is now.
Facts. The growth in it.
Yeah, whereas things can grow but still stay the same. Stay the same. We got Nas. He grew, but I mean, he's still the same Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he grew, but he's still the same Nas. When you can shed the good, the bad parts and keep the good, just like with the Lox. You know what I'm saying? And metaphorically, with the Lox and the Dipset verses, which is probably one of the most classic things that happened in hip hop ever, that we're probably ever gonna see. Like,
yeah,
that's how real it was. No disrespect to Dipset. I love Dipset. I rock with Dipset. But it goes to show you that flashy shit fades out. What stands tall through everything, man, the spirit, that you invoke from getting from being a Lox D-Block nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now you got Nas dropping today, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like when they come out, you know what I'm saying? When they did Fuck You, the Lox, when his when Nas album dropped, it was like it's popping like it was written. It's popping like it just started happening. These stars these rap stars been in the game for years, still coming like this though. It's because of who they are, the elevation as well.
And I'm not to take nothing from these other genres though, because a lot of other music is classic to other people. If you was 62 years old, you're gonna remember one of them older tracks in a similar fashion, and everybody don't stand the test of time. That's our point to this though. You know what I mean? It's only certain groups, it's only certain individuals. You go to R&B. You know what I mean? You got Michael Jackson's, you got your Princes, and then you got your living legends such as like Mary J. Blige. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then she's tied into hip hop, because without her, I don't know if LOX do everything they do the way they do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Method Man breakthrough is as much as it is, because it softened the blow to some hardcore hip hop when it was less acceptable.
Yeah. So I want to touch on this versus pause real fast, right? So, like you just said, the people that can stick around, you know what I mean? This is what this versus show, Now, I want to take the times. Everybody keeps saying, that the Dips just got killed, which they did. But there's another side to it. Jim Jones makes music that is elevated. His
Yeah, and
music
that's
has
to my point. That's to my point that like he's just not a Mary J. Blige of his genre. You understand what I'm saying?
no, for sure. But his music has elevated somewhere that the Diplomats, even Cameron, even Jewel's music hasn't went to. And mind you, Jim was the underdog. He wasn't even rapping back then. But see, you have to follow Jim music, and
To get to balling, yeah, there was definitely some growth.
even with balling, like none of Jim music that he makes now sounds anything like balling. Not one
You talk
song.
about current Jim?
No,
Okay,
current
okay,
Jim. No, I'm talking about current
okay.
Jim.
Yes,
Current Jim, nothing that he makes sounds like balling. Nothing that he
right,
makes now sounds like balling whatsoever.
right. And it shouldn't.
No, it shouldn't, but his music has evolved. He's evolved. He's leveled up. He's turned his grown man on so heavy that you wind up seeing a whole different side of him. Now, again, like I said, the Lox, their music was made back then to be sturdy back then as it is still right now. What you feel about that?
10 toes down.
10 toes down. That music was made sturdy. Yo, salute to Don Philly in the chat, man. Like, right, because we was all watching the verses together in in Labudo because we were on Labudo channel. I asked Don Philly right off the rip, like, I was like, who you got tonight, man? He was like, man, he didn't even say the Lox. He just
put the X's up.
No, he put a lock, the lock emoji. You know what I'm saying? The lock. So we already know, he was talking about the Lox.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people was like, now I have to go there, bro. I don't mean to throw you under the bus or put you on the spot, but we were sitting in your garage, and I believe I heard you say, I said the Lox gonna win, and you was like, well, Dips got more hits.
Whoa, bro. Come on, bro. You gonna do that to me like that?
Bro, listen.
I'll call David right now and wake him up, dog. I'll wake, because when we was in the truck.
Hold on. Yes. We was in the truck, and what did even Dave said? The Diplomats.
Dude, and that's what got me. Because I didn't expect that out of him. I expected it out of you. Because we that's when they come on, you know how it goes. So you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let's get this right one time, once and for all, right?
Yeah.
So you said that we both agreed that we rock with both groups. We both agreed that.
That's correct.
But I remember you. I remember you. Not together, because it was two separate conversations. I remember
Nah. Listen, I'm gonna tell you how
Black. I remember both
voted.
of y'all niggas saying.
Nah. Let me tell you how I would have. Dipset was like my ops, my dude. I'll go to the old computer. I rapped over everything Dipset did and talk shit about it. You know what I'm saying? That was my ops.
Well, I remember niggas talking about these hits with Dipset, man. And yes, they got hits.
They always had the fierest beat. So as an MC myself, and like they was jumping at the time.
But their beats, since you just mentioned beats, that's a good point. Those beats were for that era. There was some hot ass beats for that era. And they still hot, but they don't hit like them like them LOX boys.
That's a fact.
And shout out to the Lox, man. I just seen on Vlad,
you know what?
They got the key. Listen, they just got the key to Yonkers. Finally, after all these years, they gave them niggas the key to Yonkers, man.
Man, how long it took? What it take? 25 years?
Yo, when I tell you that these boys right now, everything, and that Lox hat that they had on, that hat is the most sought out hat in America right now, man. When I tell you.
I bet you. I bet you.
Oh, it's the most sought out hat in America, man. You know what I mean? Pharmacy for life, man. You know, Styles P spot, you know what I mean? Get your juice game right.
Facts. Facts. You said you rock with that joint. That's where you was getting that the jump offs from, the packages.
The sea moss and the
Yeah, when you first started juicing.
yeah, the black seed oil and sour sop leaf and oil of oregano. They got a lot of stuff and they put it in you know, certain packages. This makes it easy. You know what I mean? It's real dope. I like that.
Right. Shout out to Styles. Shout out to y'all. Gotta check that out too. Y'all gotta check that out too. Yo, but back to this music though, man.
Yeah.
Back to this music, man. This nigga said,
Now,
don't let the palm trees fool you.
uh-huh.
Come on, bro. You talk
See,
about being out in LA. Dre hits him up like, don't let the be safe. This is crazy.
so let me ask you, right? As you know, I'm not gonna get into that. Like today was very hectic for your boy today, right?
Mm.
So, you know, I got into a little bit of the Nas album, but I wasn't in the place to really, you know what I mean, indulge in my music. You know, I'm gonna be listening to it in the morning because you know tomorrow's a new day, God willing. You know, and you know while I do my workout, you know what I'm saying, really, you know, dip into that joint. But so you feel you really impressed with this body of work right now,
Bro, I am really impressed with this body of work, not just for the times, but for any time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Do you feel like you know, the places that you are in your own personal life, you know, and again, like a rapper like Nas that we grew up with, do you feel you feel the level up? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, as we all grow into men, you see that with these artists too.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say the wrong word because I always feel like everybody grow at their own speed. But when like 444 came out, when that Jay-Z joined the Foes came out, I was like about time. And it's and to that point, Lauren say something like that in her lyrics. Like everybody pushing like where you been or I should have been did this or been did that. But at the same time, anybody can say that about anybody. If it like say this joint start jumping, somebody catching for the first time, they've been looking for some type of I'm
Right.
growing this way, I'm feeling this way, I'm
Right.
trying to get over, you know what I'm saying? Not get over, but come up, you know what I'm saying? So that's what makes this so important to me. Like when you break down the words to this song,
Mm-hmm.
it's everything our community is supposed to be doing. Like in an aspect. If not, it challenged the thoughts of it. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like
that's
we have to have that conversation once you start listening to this. If you kind of like to me, I have to have this conversation.
no, that's dope. No, that's dope. I mean, you know, this week in hip hop for us, for our generation of hip hop, like I feel like we haven't had a week in a long time. Like, and who would have thought that the locks, I'm talking about from our time, that the locks would bring that energy back. Like, who would have ever thought that the locks would be the ones to bring that energy to the
You know,
forefront? Like,
you
I
know.
didn't think, and again, I didn't never doubted the locks, but this
No,
verses,
no,
I
no,
used
no.
to be like,
It
I
came out
didn't
of
watch none of
nowhere
the
though.
verses.
It
I
kind of
didn't
came
watch
out
none
of
of the verses.
nowhere though. Right.
Yeah,
This one kind of came.
I
You
didn't
ain't
watch.
watched none of them?
I watched part of the Gucci Man which made me sick. That's a whole nother situation. But that's
No,
just
you did. You kind of did because you seen the Swiss Beats joint, the original, what kind of started it all, right?
I didn't watch the whole thing. But now when you talking about again, I was watching it you know, with the bros and the sisters over there at Kevin and Sales and all that. So it was, you know, okay, we sitting there, we watching it.
Shout out Kevin and Sales, man.
Big shout out to Kevin and Sales, you know. But the energy was good. And yo, if that, and I like the turn that it took between the dips and the locks, where they made up their own rules at the end and started, you know, playing their music, going song for song. And if that was a show, man, that was a real rap show.
For real.
If that joint would have went on another 2 hours, if that shit would have still been going on now, I would have been watching it still, because it was like everywhere I was going that day, I was on the phone in Dollar General, and I'm talking to an employee. I'm talking to someone on the phone, and then one of the employees about the versus one of the employees. Me and him get to talk everywhere we went. Everybody, it brought an energy. Like everybody that next day, like, you seen that? You see them boys? Like everybody, you know, it was a good energy, man. And then today, Nas came out. This is a shout out to the generation of everybody that's like from 35 to 40 right now, man. Everybody that's 35 to 40, you know. A quick little side story. Now this is my brother Will. Now my cousin Will, which Will, you know, cousin Will.
Yeah.
Now he's a Texas nigga, and I was taken back, like, cause you know, like he's you know, Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z. He's younger, you know, he's 30. You know what I'm saying? But he's discovering a lot of this music for the first time. And he said to me, now he knows about Jadakiss, and he's like, but he really don't know about the locks. You know what I'm saying? He don't know shit about the locks.
Right.
So that shit was dope, you know, for him, you know what I'm saying? Like to really take a look at that. That shit was dope. You know what I mean? Like I'm proud to say, like, you know, because we all, if you, like I said, if you 35 to 40.
Now hold on before you go any further. He's writing himself, so I can't wait to hear the next joint that he do, because I want to see if I can hear any LOX in it. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's how he is. Because what Will's saying is my little cousin. He write, and he, you know, so when next time he come out, because he always dropping some shit on SoundCloud. We definitely gonna do that too. That's another big interview we got for y'all. Like I said, we just warming up, y'all, on My Best Me. We got another big interview. I'm on this channel. You're gonna get to listen to an artist who's not only an artist, but he's a pharmacist, and a real pharmacist.
You feel me?
You know, went to college, made those sacrifices, and got that, you know, slip of paper that says that. You feel me? And we're gonna give
real
you
certification. He's really certified.
Right. And we're gonna do, you know, some, you know, a couple little, you know, interviews on here where we can, you know, give props and give flowers to this good brother while he here. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with, you know, him being a artist, rapping, and a pharmacist. So, you know, that's coming soon, man. Shout out Will Weir. You heard?
Yeah, that's big. That's big. Again, that's to my point of this music. With you, like, come on, there's more to life than the trap, homie. That's what he just said. That is more to life than the trap, homie.
Right. Talk about that for a minute, bro. What do that mean to you? You was talking about that earlier. What do that mean, bro?
Bro, the whole song is just trying to show us different ways of living. The last line I was on was in reference to him being out in LA. And don't let the palm trees fool you.
Right.
Nigga, be safe. Now, it's two folds to that for me. Like, he got a brother out there in LA that want the best for him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Dre ain't had to hit him up. He could have just let him go through LA, not think about nothing. Don't put him down on nothing. But, you know what I mean? So that we got to be brothers to each other like that. You know what I'm saying? And the other thing is, my first time in New York, everybody was like New York City, because we from Buffalo, New York. For y'all that don't know, it ain't just a hop, skip, and a jump. It's like 6-7 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I was Dolo, and and I'm walking down the street checking out stuff, and something popped in my head. How my man had said, "Yo, don't be just looking out and stuff, because that's how tourists get got." So it's hard to enjoy certain places when you go out like that, and you gotta watch yourself. And so for Dre to be kicking that type of knowledge to him, that's deep for me. That's deep for me. You know what I'm saying? That yo, because like that's what they say about New York. Nas said it in his first album about getting foreigners for their green cards and all this. So you know what I mean? Let's not forget about karma. It could have happened just like that, especially if he hadn't got a little heads up. So that like this whole track is like so deep to me when I start listening to it. Like I done listened to it a couple times. Then he started talking about his higher self and speaking to the inner self, and his godly connection might meet at the Joseph tree. I mean, and then that took me to the camping trip we just got off of. You feel me?
Right.
I don't know, for y'all that don't know, like that's the Joseph tree is really like a state park, but it got some awesome trees in it. One in particular, I ain't been there. I'm just saying that like that's what it is. So it's some place everybody don't usually go, and most people don't even know about it. And he just like, yo, that's where you find your true self in this verse. And I'm like, man, because I like you said, when we came back from that trip, it was like an energy of awe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want to say real fast too, just to interject. Now I went on this, like, and we have to, as men, we have to take time to get in touch and shut off everything and go, one-on-one with ourselves, and pick up a different kind of energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had lost the connection, just like Nas said. But I started getting it back before the trip. But that trip, boy, it was some juice back in the batteries. Pause. Yo, the too many wavy women's the ghetto girls on IG. Come on. Then he talk about he too old to be DMing. I'm not kidding.
See, and that, again, I'm gonna get I'm gonna get into that, but it's like a lot of things are trivial. Like, like I,
Hold
as a
on, you
man,
breaking up. You breaking up.
you hear me?
Yeah.
I refuse to play the game. I'm creating my own game. I'm creating my own board. I'm creating my own pieces. And that's where it really gets challenging, because like when I called you like earlier, like, bro, I'm just beat up, man, because it's so much that be going on. But that's what comes with it, though, because if I was willing to just go along with whatever, then it would be easy. But as a man, and see, that's what we're talking about. The hardest thing to do is change. And we just seen the Locks in this situation with Nas do the same thing.
Yo, and that, like real quick, I ain't gonna go into his second verse, but I'm gonna wrap up this first verse, bro. At the tail end, he go into this social conflict. I guess trying to tie the hook back in, because it's like the only little segment where he talk about the police and such. But he was the song start out like one city, one state, one country stuff. So we did it big, and they bigots. They rather shoot us than write tickets. What it feel like to go get it? What it feel like to go missing? I don't know exactly what he mean by all that, but the whole bigots thing and write tickets, we know where he going with that. And to go get it and then go missing, I mean, either you did something and you got it too, or they took you away after you did something because you want to bust a move on all this unjustness. It's the way I took it. I don't know. I might be reading too much into that, Nas. If you hear that, get back at us, man. Let us know what you talk about. Do an interview. Break those words down yourself. But that's kind of how I took it. Like he had to throw that socialism stuff in there, the societal injustices, and I don't even want to get there tonight, man. I seen enough. Like I could
Nas is a different dude. He broke down, some of his financial investments, some things that he saw, you know, and as a man nowadays, man, you have to, you know, have some type of mental clarity to see a couple years out. It's very hard. And, you know, God got his own plans at the same time. But, you know,
Right.
we have to have some type of mental clarity as men, you know, just to be, you know, leaders. You know, we have to do that. That's all I'm hearing in this whole conversation. Um,
As grown, this is grown folk
the
music.
levels, yeah, the
You
grown
know what I'm
to
saying?
grow,
As they say,
to have different levels to you as a man and to grow. Absolutely.
man. Yo, then Lauren Hill kill it afterwards, bruh. Like most people don't go after Nas.
Now,
No, you understand what I'm saying?
now, having Lauryn Hill on a Nas album is classic. This goes back to, you
Where
know,
has she been? Is
what
that's my question.
if
Where
it
has she
listen,
been?
this goes back to If I Ruled the World. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
so this is
I forgot all about that track. I don't know how I
right.
did, but you just caught me with that one.
Right. Like this is If I Ruled the World. He's invoking that feeling that doesn't go anywhere. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like that shit doesn't go anywhere. He's invoking that feeling. He knows what he could do. We ain't heard nothing from Lauren, but Lauren ain't been nowhere. Like Nas is, you know what I mean, to come back and do something like what they just did. That
Yeah,
was what it, that's where she's been. You know what I mean? That's where she's been at. You know what I mean?
yeah, bro. Yeah, she addressed some of that in this. She addressing it.
You know, I feel like, you know, like I said, if I ruled the world, you know,
This a little different though. When you really
no,
sit down and
obviously,
listen to it,
yeah,
'cause this is
no.
she's rapping.
But it
She's
goes
rapping.
together, but
Yeah,
they know that it goes together. And that's, you know,
they
again,
got good
rappers,
chemistry.
they could do an album. Are you serious? Like they
It
could do an
might be on the
album.
way. It might be on the way, bro.
They probably got an album's worth of songs already
Yeah,
together.
yeah. It might be on. Oh man, now that right there,
Good
I don't
boy.
even gotta know the album. I want to be at the concert. I don't. They could release the album at the concert. I will probably be there. That shit, bananas. This girl crazy, man. All my time I've been focused on my freedom. Now, why would I join them when I know I can beat them? They put their words on me. Now they can eat them.
You know, and that's yeah, yeah. That's a you know, like you know, you go through, and to me, I take from that, you go through things for so long. You know, why would you join what you've been going against, what you've been trying to be free from? You know what I
Mm,
mean? You've been hanging on this long. You know you could beat them. You know what I'm saying? And everything they said about you, you know, now they eating their own words now. You know what I mean?
right,
You know,
right.
I just, you know, I just learned a personal lesson where I said, you know, just lying to myself, being reckless and, you know, abusive to myself like we all do. But, you know, say instead of me focusing on, you know, like for example, if somebody hurt you, right? Instead of focusing on that and oh, I'm gonna get them back, focus on the people that are helping you right now. So when things get better for you, you can help them back.
Mm.
What if it went like that? No, I just had to think about it. Like, what if it went like that? And that right there is something to work towards. Like that's something to work. Why the hell would you want to give your energy to something? Because it goes both ways. You don't have
Mm.
to say, "Oh, don't give your energy to nothing bad." But why can't we give our energy to something good though? It's either you can give your energy to something bad or you can give your energy to something good.
Yo, hold on. Let's go to this. Can you read the screen? Can you read the screen? You see that? Did it pop up yet?
Yeah, that's probably why they keep on telling me I'm needed now. They try to box me out while taking what they want from me. I spent too many years living too uncomfortably,
Come on, man. We're gonna go to the next one because listen to what she said.
making room for people who didn't like the labor or wanted the spoils. Greedy, selfish behavior Now let him give it to you balanced with clarity. I don't need to turn myself into a parody.
This girl is just spewing out things that we've been doing to each other in our communities. You could turn left and you might not see it, but if you turn right, I almost guarantee you're gonna see it. If not from you and your relationships, and look at your people relationships, you're gonna see it. It's what we doing to each other.
Yeah.
It's what like it's cool. It's what we
Nah,
doing to each other.
and see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we have no problem hurting one another. And again, I had to look at myself. I had to look inside myself and focus, again, because you got to see people for what they are. See, when we cuss at people, when we, get upset and want to, go at people and get retribution and revenge from people, we're mad at that person. We want them to do what we want. We want to
Right.
impose our will onto them, and we're forcing it. And if they're not going to give it, we're going to force it. And that's how it goes. But imagine if we say, yo, you know what? Like, for example, if somebody, it's kids out here who have lost their people to violence, you know what I'm saying? And lost their mother, lost their father. And somebody's going to go pick up a weapon to go avenge that person, right? And then they avenge it. They go and get the person. And then that kid is out here. But you're willing to risk your life, but you won't, go, make sure that kid has, somebody go buy him McDonald's, or just go to get a pair of shoes, you know what I'm saying? Or just go to the park. You won't do that. Make sure that kid is got something fresh on for the first day of school every year. You won't do that, but you will, go and hurt somebody. So it's two different ways that you could go. You know what I mean? And what if positive was chosen?
Right. Right. Which brings me to, I don't do the shit that you do for popularity. They clearly don't understand it when I say get out. Apparently, my awareness is like Keanu in the Matrix. This is an unpopular conversation probably for some people, but we're gonna have it. We're having it right now. She said, I'm saving souls, or y'all complaining about my lateness. Like, where you been? Why you ain't doing this? Why you ain't doing that? Yo, that's real, bro. Cause that's like I've been looking for Lauren with a flashlight in daytime. One of my favorite artists of all times.
Go ahead, bro. Hold on 1 second. Y'all go ahead.
Yeah. Now it's illegal for someone to walk in greatness. Now she talking a little spiritual on you, having a big head and walk around like you all that. They want the same thing, but they just don't take risks. The people that's looking at you differently. Come on. This girl is deep. This girl is deep. She gonna take it there on. She gonna take it there on. My speaker went off. I wanted to play some more for y'all. Trying to reload that speaker. Give it to you in her words. Now the world will get to see its own reflection and know they can pursue their own direction. And if you're wrong, you're too proud to hear correction. This girl getting it in. Walk into the hole you dug yourself. Fuck a projection. See me in my freedom, talking all my land, taking all my land back. They sent a lot against me, thinking I'm just gonna stand back. She said, I got my legs beneath me. I got my hands back. A lot of people sabotaged. They couldn't stand that I turned the other cheek. I took blow after blow. So apparently she been going through it just like everybody else. The actor, singer, songwriter, rapper, producer, Lauryn Hill. Beautiful. Did I forget beautiful? And talented. My favorite MC is probably Nas. It's kind of like a jambalaya nowadays. I really like Kiss. Black Thought is up in that mix. Talib Kweli, he all right. He lower on the list. Most definitely right around Kweli. Lauryn Hill, that Miseducation album, used to be probably number 3 or 4 on my list because of her substance, because of what she talked about, because of the principles that she tried to stand on. Yeah. There's so much crisis in the world right now because you reap what you sow. I started the show off talking about how you like early off. That's why Nas had the hook. Nobody. You want to go with nobody know you. When you know you did some things, sometimes you be ashamed of the things and you want to disappear. Sometimes you just scared of some repercussions. It could have been some repercussions to some of the stuff a lot of y'all done did. You might not thought it was even all that up. But the way the other person felt about what you did could have brought back some repercussions, and you're going to reap what you sow. That's why the world's so fucked up. That's what she just said. And when you keep what you know that's meant for someone else, the ditch you dig for them, you might just end up in.
Yeah, you gotta
watch out. You gotta watch out, man. Trying to do some spiteful shit.
They always say dig 2 graves.
You know what I'm saying? This is very important to me right now. This is how I used to feel. I don't care. I don't feel like it so much.
But isn't that good when something that you listen to and you like listening to brings that kind of emotion out? You know what I mean? To you can actually see it being applied to your life. Like I heard you mention earlier, 444, same shit. You know what I'm saying? When you heard that, you like, okay. Me personally, I was like, okay, like, you know what I mean?
But that's a different Jay-Z. Some of the stuff he talked about, he would have never talked about in the Reasonable Doubt era, or only talked about in private, because he got a documentary or a little clip from one of them tours they was doing, maybe the backstage joint, where he said he want to rap like Common. He like Common. He appreciate his stance on things.
Right.
But that don't make him money.
So
telling you to go get this gun and how he sold the dope,
right?
And, you know what I mean?
So
that's what gives
this
him the
album,
money.
King's Disease 2 and 444 is basically rebuking all the dumb shit niggas was doing back in the day, even them. You know what I'm saying? Like basically,
even acknowledging back then it was stupid as hell.
Right.
You know what I said before? Yeah, forget about it.
We gotta and another again, you know, Seven Steel just popped up in the chat, man. Seven, you know, is a artist, man. You know, you could drop your channels. He got a couple different channels.
Okay,
but,
okay.
The Seven Steel story, Seven Steel, dope music. You know what I'm saying? Dope music. You know, thought-provoking music. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, this was a good week in hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, and my brother right now rapping on some shit where, You know, he been hitting me with this shit all day. You know what I mean? This shit is thought provoking to him. So this is great, man. Shout out to Nas, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what Nas dropped this shit definitely for what my brother talking about right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we wrapping it up, man, in a minute, man. But like, I just had to get that off my chest, man.
Facts.
This where we supposed to be at as a people in my head. A lot of us ain't there. A lot of us don't want to be there. But y'all know what grandma said still. Y'all know what grandma said still. So that's just me. I had to, you know what I mean, come out here and express that. What was that? Dig a ditch, right?
Yeah. What you
I'm
mean?
gonna.
You dig
No, I
too?
was putting the words up there. That's the
Oh
last of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That's the last of it, man. Don't let your pride and ego get in the way over love and truth. Fuck that reckless shit.
Pride and ego, man. Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins, man. This shit is used is in a messed up way. But you know, yo, man, like, you know what I mean? Care for who you love and care for who you love.
Mm, that's a fact. So I'm gonna take y'all out with this track one more time. Mike, I appreciate you stopping by, bro. We're popping up in the joint. I know you were saying that you was a little tired when I had talked to you earlier, but I had to get it off my chest. I appreciate the support.
You already, man. You know that's what that's what we doing, man. We trying to put our best me, out here. You know what I mean? Put our best foot
Right,
forward.
right. So one more time, I'm gonna take you out with this Nas and Lauryn Hill joint. It was fire. It had me amped up today. I hope y'all find something to help get y'all amped up tomorrow and all throughout this week. Just little things sometime to help push a person through, let you know you're on the right road or doing some right things out here. Till next time, this is my best me.
Peace.
Peace.
One city, one country, one state, some place to be nobody. Some place to be, some place you with no problem. Yeah. If Chappelle moved to Ghana to find his peace in a rolling where the service always roaming, I'm packing my bags and going. It's a challenge in that. It's a balancing act. Visit beautiful places and small out here in the trap. Houses in Long Island, they always found them. House in the South, a nigga barely got out. Sunny LA, remember calls with Dr. Dre. He told me, don't let the palm trees fool you, be safe. Me and my higher self, we often would speak. Somehow we lost the connection, might be the Joshua tree. And it's been bothering me. Too many wavy women, gotta log out of IG. Can't be my age to Yemen, no kidding. It's hard to move like a civilian. I write the truth cause I live it, not like you musical. We did it big and they biggest. They rather shoot than write tickets. What it feel like to go get it, what it feel like to go miss it. In one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know probably. Some place to be nobody. Dog bought a plane, said let's go to Paris. That's where baguettes are from. French bread that's long and narrow. I like the other definition, rectangular carrots. The concept of the song is rather esoteric. This girl said in Grenada we should go get married. Broke the meaning down of the Virgin Mary. And you got your own place. My favorite part of the night when you text me that you made it home safe. I'm contemplating at the home base how I'm used to breakfast in the ghetto, sipping OJ. That's a picture right there, a moment in time. Before anybody wanted a photo of mine. Before the internet energy and social decline destroyed the vibe, fooling us with the headlines. Vultures eat you alive, but they keep to the signs. Wishing I find one city, one country, one state. Some place to be nobody. Some place to be. Some place you wouldn't know problem. Some place to be nobody.
All my time is spent focused on my freedom now. Why would I join them when I know that I can beat them now? They put their words on me and they can eat them now. That's probably why they keep on telling me I'm needed now. They tried to box me out while taking what they want from me. I spent too many years living too uncomfortably, making room for people who didn't like the labor, but wanted the spoils, greedy, selfish behavior. Now let me give it to you balanced and with clarity. I don't need to turn myself into a parody. I don't do what you do for popularity. They clearly didn't understand when I said I get out apparently. My awareness like Keanu in the Matrix. I'm saving souls and y'all complain about my lateness. That it's illegal for someone to walk in greatness. They want the same, but they don't take risks. Now the world will get to see its own reflection, and the anointed can pursue their own direction. And if you're wrong and you're too proud to hear correction, walk into the hole you dug yourself a projection. See me in my freedom, taking all my land back. They said a lot against me, thinking I just stand back. I got my legs beneath me, I got my hands back. A lot of people sabotaged, they couldn't stand that. I turned the other cheek, I took blow after blow. There's so much crisis in the world because you reap what you sow. When you keep what you know is meant for someone else, the shit you did for them, you might just end up in yourself. I'm in the secret place, I keep a sacred space. They keep showing their hands, but keep hiding their face. If I'm a messenger, you block me, then you block the message. So aggressive, the world you made is what you're left with. Pride and ego over love and truth is reckless. Y'all got a death wish, the stupid leaves me breathless.
Some place to be. Just might have to build my own city. I need a real passport to get you. This here, we ain't going nowhere. They might have to deal with us.